How much do you feel like you've grown having Joey as just a specific quarterback coach, not having necessarily maybe someone who's offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, but like a dedicated position coach?
Yeah, I've grown a lot. He's been able to help my stuff mechanically, and just help whether it's a deep out route or a short out route, just getting my feet matched up with concepts and stuff like that. We've had a lot of time in the film room together, just watching stuff, going over protections, and understanding what different people are going to do and game planning for other teams. So it's been amazing.
Is the difference availability just that you might have more time to be in the film room with him and stuff like that?
Yeah, obviously he's a quarterback coach only, so I have a lot more time with him. He still has to be in, obvious staff meetings with the offense, but he has a lot more time to just be with me and, just watch over the film and help me understand the game a little bit better.
How would you evaluate just kind of your first week of camp and just kind of things you feel like you've done well and things y'all are still trying to fine-tune within your game?
Yeah, well, one thing, I think I've not turned the ball over, so I think I've done a really good job at that. I think I've done a really good job at just, game managing, making sure that everybody's on the same page, that we get plays off and that we're all doing the same thing and know what our assignments are. Just making sure that the energy's up every single day. It's hot out here. Sometimes we come out in the middle of the day in practice, but we're going to be out here in the heat on these 2:30 games, especially when we play Arizona State coming in. We're going to have some heat. So just getting everybody's mind focused on that and making sure that we're practicing through it, pushing through it, keeping everybody uplifted while we're out here is the most important thing.
When you say no turnovers, that mean like no interceptions during team periods?
Yes, 100%. No interceptions. Trying to manage, exchanges with the running backs. We have a lot of different calls, and where we change, putting the running backs in Reno or having them right next to me, or just different things where we do run schemes where we have to do different footworks and have the ball in different areas. So things like that, making sure the ball stays off the ground, because that's one of our biggest goals.
Marcel, let me follow up on that. How much has the game slowed down for you to where you can't play sped up by choice?
Yeah, the game slowed down a lot, and like I said, just managing the game, making sure that everybody's set, that we get to the ball quick, so I still have time on the clock, game clock, to manage it is the most important thing. I think being in the film room with Coach Lynch, a lot has helped, just making sure that I understand what I'm doing, pre-snap checklists and everything like that is also really important. So yeah, everything's slowed down. Obviously, it's my third year playing the game, and I kind of understand the ball now.
Does it feel different?
It feels a lot different. I think that I can process things a lot quicker pre-snap, and it makes post-snap even easier.
Are there any significant differences in what Holman is asking you to do as opposed to what Coach Klein was asking you to do last year?
Yeah, there aren't too many differences, but Coach Wiggins has kind of expanded it a little bit. Obviously, I've said this before, but he was at Bama and he was, one of kind of their pass game coordinators a little bit while he was over there. So just having all those guys and kind of translating those guys to what the guys that we have now, we can do a lot of different things. We can move the pocket, we can reset our throwing lanes and stuff like that. So I don't know if you guys seen it, but just the play action fakes and kind of half rollouts, getting the set up in a different gap, making sure that we move the pocket so really good edge rushers can't get to us as quick as they can. Things like that to give us time and see routes develop is things that he's done.
Marcel, between now and game one, where do you want to grow the most, or where do you think you need to grow the most?
I think just being a leader. You can always grow being a leader and making sure that the team respects you and understands that your voice, carries, and to make sure that I represent the captain's badge as much as possible. I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm still trying to take another step on until we get to this first game, because they're going to need me throughout this entire season. Got it?
And being here 23, 24, 25, what do you think is so unique about this year's fall camp?
I think what's unique is all the guys that on this team. We have a lot of veterans on this team that kind of have grown up since the Jimbo era. So we all know how this thing goes, and we've been with Elko for 3 years now and understand how he operates. And so just trying to get everybody to operate the same way, move at the same pace, and go 110% every single day is our main goal. But yeah, I think just having this squad that came in at 2023, especially my class, it's amazing to have the retention that we've had so far, and we have a bunch of leaders on the team.
Holman talked specifically sort of about his growing comfortability. Have you seen that from him too in his new role? He's getting more confident, more comfortable as the OC.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, his confidence comes from us. Whenever we can do things right and understand what he's trying to get us to do, it makes him be more aggressive in the play calls. So we've tried our best to execute to our best ability and, just give him that freeness of calling whatever he wants.
Somebody that's really stood out is Terry Bussey.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that assessment, or what does he look like, and maybe what can he unlock in this offense if he continues to grow it?
Yeah, 100%. Terry has definitely grown a lot, and you can see it in the spring before he got hurt. He's taken a big step. I think, what was holding him back was he kind of came in. They were playing him both ways when he first got here, obviously, and he was still a little banged up. He had like that little knee problem or whatever, and he still had it when he was playing that bowl game against USC or whatever. But now, dude's healthy. He's stronger. He's faster. He's moving great. He's attacking the ball, running routes, getting open. So, he's a great guy for us. We can move him around anywhere. We can put him in the backfield. We can put him at X. We can put him at Z. But he's kind of like just that all-around guy for us, and he's really showed out this summer.
It looks like he's put on some weight. Did you see a concerted effort to maybe make that a focus of his offseason from him?
I didn't watch him eat or anything, but I've seen him in the weight room. We work out together. So, just credit to Moffitt and what he does and the strength staff around us. We do a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of explosive stuff. So, you've definitely seen the transition, and everybody's become more explosive. Our numbers and speed have changed, and we've seen the explosiveness jump for sure.
I'm curious to ask about what you've seen from the new tight ends that have come in, because you had some big plays with tight ends.
Richie, Houston, those guys have been really good for us. They're all aggressive. Houston's a big guy. He can run. He's smooth. Got some really good hands. Richie's quick, shifty. He's a little bigger, but he can surprise you. But he has some really good hands, and I think we got some really good guys who kind of understand the game. They've played for a while, so they know what they're doing, and they both got honors for preseason Mackey. So,
with this receiver group, just what would you say is the best quality, and just with all the different skill sets they have, how easier does that make it for you when it's kind of a diverse group?
I think the best quality about this receiver group is we're so versatile. We have so many that can play at so many different positions, and you can move them around. We can go tempo and keep one guy on this side of the field and another guy on this side of the field and change the formation and don't have to switch them. We can do things like that and just kind of throw teams off guard. We can, change our alignments, our splits, and all types of stuff just to get different bodies open. So, yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good last one. Thank you, guys.